Hi, this is Amber Garvey here to talk to you about an exciting new feature on your Chromebook, and that's screen recording. So now, without any special extensions or software, you can now create screen recordings straight from your Chromebook. First, we're going to go to that bottom right-hand corner, click and locate Screen Capture. When you click on Screen Capture, it may be on Screen shot or screen capture instead of screen recording. So the first thing you're going to want to do is make sure you have clicked on screen record instead of screenshot. The next thing you're going to want to do is go over to the gear because we want to make sure this is set up properly. So I'm going to click on the gear. And it's going to ask me, do you want to record with your microphone? Now, if you're only recording something that's just to show students something that does not have any need for you to do a voiceover, then you're going to need to leave that off. But most likely, you're going to want to record that microphone. So go ahead and toggle that on. Then click your gear to get rid of that. So now that we have it on screen record, there are several options. You have the option to record your entire screen. You have the option to record a partial piece of your screen, so just a selection. And you also have the option to record a window. So we're going to take a look at that. If I record my entire screen, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, you'll notice it says click anywhere to record full screen. So as soon as I click that, it's giving me a countdown. And I can go ahead and start talking. I can even do some things like change the size of my windows, show them how to go down to the bottom and search for other things. So it's capturing everything when I'm doing it that way. You'll also notice that as I'm doing this, if I hover down on the bottom, I'm going to see that little indicator that I'm recording. So if I want to stop recording, I can click on that and it will stop recording. And now you notice that it's captured my screen, it's captured it in video format, and I can either delete it or leave it there. And what happens is it goes in this handy dandy little place in the bottom right hand corner called your tote. So if I click on my tote, I can see that I've captured one of my videos there. The tote kind of holds on to it and as a way to easily access it. So now let's talk about the other options that you have for screen recording. So I'm going to go back to screen capture. And now I'm going to take a look at drag to select an area. So let's say I only wanted to record a particular area. So I'm going to actually move my screen a little bit and say that I want to show my students how when they get to this web page, we're going to only talk about how to use a Chromebook. So I can actually select this area and release. And it does give you some time if you needed to adjust the sides or that kind of thing. And then you can click your record. It's only recording that part. I still get a countdown. And it's only going to record that area. So if I'm scrolling, it's only going to record what's outlined. Again, when I'm finished, I'll go click that stop record and it'll put that in my tote. So now I have two little videos in my tote. So now the last option for catching your screen recording is going to be a window. Now, before I do that, I'm actually going to choose two windows so you can kind of see how this works. So I have two windows going here. I've got the home page. I'm going to move that down just a little bit. And then I've got this other window. And this doesn't have to be a web page. This could be an app or whatever I needed it to be. But when I come down to my bottom area and I go to screen capture and this time I choose window, notice how it illuminates whichever window I have selected. So if I really want to record this window, I'm going to click on that window and that's where I'm going to get my countdown and that's where it's going to be recording. It's not going to show anything else on my screen. It's only going to record this window and then when I'm finished, again, I'm going to go to that bottom piece, click on my stop record, and when I'm ready to locate it, it's going to be in that tote. I do want to also show you that if you go to Files, so I'll go ahead and open my files, these items can be found in your Videos folder. So you can see the 3 screen recordings I took today. And because your Google Drive is also to the left, if you wanted to move those from your device to your Google Drive, you could actually drag and drop them into an area of your Google Drive so that you can get to them off of your Chromebook. So just a couple things that you can do with Google Chromebooks now. Just remember, go to that bottom right-hand corner, click Screen Capture, decide what you want to capture, and there you go.